gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, the show that brings to you the latest and greatest and odd and crazy news from all over the planet. We go into that bathroom stall that is the internet, and we clean up the scunge and the crud and the mess and the corners and the weird pubes and the urinals, and we put it all in a bucket, and we bring it back to you, and we say, man, this is the ugliest news we could find. That is what we do. The internet is basically a giant toilet.
The internet is basic. You could have just stopped there.
The internet is basic. That sounds like that. Is that a 90s insult? That sounds like something Cher from Clueless would say. You're so basic. Is it really?
It's like a 2000s insult. Yeah.
You're like, so C-sharp. Nerd joke.
It's not even like an insult so much as just something white chicks call each other. Oh, I'm so basic. I went to Starbucks, and I'm like, that's like saying I have so many herpes that.
I have so many genital warts.
Genitals.
I have so many genital warts. Welcome to the show, everyone. If you're not familiar with Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, if you're new, what are we? Maybe a little safe for work, but not quite with your headphones off.
Don't listen to us at work. You might make some good friends.
You'll laugh really hard, and your coworkers will be like, "What are they listening to?" And then you'll have to explain yourself, and that will be really embarrassing for you and us. And so you shouldn't, because you'd have to be like, well, I was listening and then this guy said wieners 50 times and it was like, it's inappropriate.
Well, I remember my mom was like, you guys are going to say that so often that you're going to go out and say it for reals.
We do say it for reals. Have you met us?
Yeah.
What do you think we are?
We are inappropriate.
Mature adults?
Like everything in my head itches right now, speaking of genital herpes.
Well, that's because the herpes on your head is causing you problems. Dude, if herpes gave you colorful hair, would you volunteer? Like, would you be like, I'll take all the herpes for colorful hair?
Like, what kind of herpes? Like, are we talking, like, vajayjay herpes or just, like, face herpes? If you've got
herpes up your butthole, and it was like, you can have colorful hair, but you're going to have a flare-up every now and then.
Okay, so would this colorful hair require any maintenance?
No, it would just be awesome colored, and you could define the color that you wanted. But if you wanted to change it, you'd have to wait for your next butt herpes flare-up.
Wow. So how often would this? I don't know. Like,
I can't tell you.
I don't know what butt herpes do to you. Like, would it just make your butt? If it just makes your butt itch, then.
I don't know. I don't know what butt herpes does either. Let's say
someone look up the symptoms of butt herpes so I can make an informed decision.
Let's say that it gives you a hemorrhoidal type issue. You know,
what do hemorrhoids do?
They're painful, and you kind of have to lay in bed for a couple of days and put cream on it. So. Or you could go swimming.
So I would get colorful hair and get to take naps for several days.
Yeah, but you'd also have uncomfortable poops.
To WebMD. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the evil genie's gonna leave.
It'd be awesome, like if I could just, go all Fifth Element and change my hair color at will.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
I just realized that my purple eyebrows didn't necessarily. I look like Groucho Marx because in the mirror it looks purple, but on camera, I've kind of got a Groucho Marx thing going on. That's disappointing. That
used to be the thing, though. You remember when like girls used to dye their hair or bleach their hair completely, but leave their brown eyebrows? Yeah. Was a thing for a while.
Well, technically, I have an Instagram brow because they're just I don't know why, but it looks. Have you seen that? Like the makeup that people wear on Instagram where their eyebrows are like just a salt. Well, like this, except worse.
I think you follow more females on Instagram than I do.
Yeah.
So you probably see more like when you were in control of the H&H Instagram, all I saw was fingernails. Like 90% of the time when I opened it was just somebody's fingernails. Like, look what I've done.
Mine are kind of longish now because I haven't bitten them in a day or two. See?
That's kind of awesome. Yeah, I didn't just see you flip off the camera.
So going back to the genital wart question, subject says red bumps or white blisters, pain and itching around the anus, ulcers that develop at the site of original blisters, scabs that cover ulcers that have ruptured or bled, changes in bowel habits. You would deal
with that, but you'd have crazy colorful hair that would be maintenance free and awesome. So you're going to turn the evil genie down.
Yeah, I don't want a scab on my anus. That sounds...
None of that sounds comfortable.
No.
There's probably 100 different ways you could get like colorful hair that doesn't involve anal scabs.
Oh my God, someone clip that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Oh, that's so brilliant. Oh, someone quote that. Can we have quotes of the show? Do the thing.
Oh, man, it is good to be back on the show, Smash. It is good to be here hanging out with all the wonderful people that have joined and any new listeners who have decided they want to tune in and see how ridiculous we can be. This is a good start. We're off to a rip-roaring start. Hey, Smash, okay, we do have some house cleaning to do before we get too far into the show.
I already cleaned today. I did the sink and everything.
Okay, well, this is going to be the best house cleaning ever because all it involves is you going, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome!" Are you ready?
Okay, go. Yes.
Monday is our 10-year anniversary of the show.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. Monday is 10. Yes. You heard it right here. Monday is 10 years of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades on the air. Yeah. Yeah, 10 freaking years of doing the show. April 10th, 2007, we set off on this journey to do a show where I said to Stephanie, "Do you think Ashley would do a podcast with me? Because we usually have fun conversations." Stephanie said, "No, she probably won't. She'll probably do it 2 times and then be like, I don't like this." And then I said, I'm going to ask her anyway if she wants to do a show. And then here we are, having proven Stephanie horribly wrong.
Suck it, Chibi!
10 years later, we're like doing this thing still. We're still talking on the stupid internet.
Wow. So this Dragon Con will be our 10-year anniversary.
Actually, yeah. Well, we went to Dragon Con in 2010.
No, I mean, not Dragon Con anniversary, but just our 10-year podcast anniversary.
Yeah. We'll be on the 10 years. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody that knows me well and agreed with Stephanie.
You failed to see the power of narcissism that we could bring up if people started laughing at Ashley on the internet. I found the secret.
And if it was anybody but Steven, anybody that I didn't give a crap about disappointing, I'd be like, I don't want to put makeup on.
Well, in the beginning, we would just sit around and do it. It didn't have anything to do with internet. Like, there was no live streaming. Like, I think Ustream was just starting to become a thing.
Oh my God, I forgot about Ustream. Yeah, because I mean, we would just call it and record it, and then you'd pop it out whenever. You're like, that's the beauty of podcasts. We can do it whenever, and then just put it on the internet.
Yeah, we just do the show whenever we want. We actually turned down the opportunity to be on an internet radio because of the idea of having to have a time slot.
Was that Horseshoes and Hand Grenades?
Yeah, that was actually the Horseshoes and Hand Grenades on No Holds Barred Radio.
Producer Bill, are they still around?
Yeah, I don't know if Producer Bill's around or not, but he kept me after a show one time. He was like, "Dude, you guys are awesome, and we need to put you on No Holds Barred Radio." I was like, "That's great, but we're really bad at schedules, and you want us to do a time slot, and I don't think so."
Yeah, that was when I was in Morgantown.
Yeah, it's hard to do it.
Yeah,
it's hard to do it, but. Anyway, I just wanted to take a moment to think about that we're doing almost nothing to celebrate other than just talking about it because I don't have any plans. And
I feel like we should make a video or something.
We should make a video or something. We should make a H&H rap. Wouldn't that be great? We could do it in a single take.
We're so white.
We could do it in a single take like we do with every other thing that we do. We just do live at a tape.
Edit video, spend time. No. Well, Steven does. I'm just like, yeah, that's good.
I don't edit video. I hit the record button and we go. That's it.
Can we do an 80s montage?
Can we do you want to try to do a montage of what we were like before and then up to now? Like, do you want to do like a gradual time lapse? Yes. But do it live with quick changes. So we change costume. I'll shave my beard and then I'll grow my beard really fast.
I would have to, I think I had bangs at one point. I'll just wear another wig.
Who cares? No one knows what we were like then. No one needs to know. We're awesome.
Nobody knows.
Let's do a factoid.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, you can sing the rest of that if you want. He's really.
Do I know the rest of that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Okay, you do a factoid, and I'm gonna remove this shit because it itches.
Nobody knows but Jesus. Factoid of the week, man. It takes 17 million barrels of oil to produce plastic bottles yearly. This could fuel 1 million cars per year. This is a common thing that a lot of people do not realize is the vast majority of our crude oil does not go to making gasoline. It goes to making oil-based products like plastic. Plastics take a lot of oil. That's why we're big fans of the plant bottle, I guess.
Yes.
Are we fans of the plant bottle, Smash?
Is plant bottle made out of corn?
Yeah.
Okay, no, because they just like destroy the environment growing corn.
Okay, so we're not into bottles of recyclable materials like plastic at all.
Plant bottles would be technically better because they break down faster, but they're raping and pillaging the environment to make to grow the corn. They're like clear cutting stuff and like spraying the shit out of the corn and killing the soil and eroding stuff. Like so it's
and making it tequila more expensive.
Why?
Because tequila's made of corn, right?
No, tequila's made of agave.
What's made of corn? I thought tequila was going to get more expensive because of corn.
No, whiskey is made out of corn, right?
Alcohol corn. I'm looking it up right now. What alcohol has corn in it? Or what corn has alcohol in it? Whoa, well, bourbon does. Any American whiskey. Oh, well, maybe it's not the tequila thing. I learned a thing today.
Is it? I feel like I shouldn't know that. I just know that the agave plant is what makes tequila because
oh well good.
I can't do agave syrup because I'm just like toxic.
Oh, because you touch tequila. Anybody who ever does too much tequila can't ever go near it again. It's one of those drinks. Like you can't even smell it.
That was over when I was 16, and that was my parents' part. My parents' fault.
You drank tequila at 16?
Yeah, we went to Mexico. We went on a booze cruise.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Did Stephanie drink lots of tequila on the cruise?
I don't think. No, because my mom went when we were at the pool bar. My mom ordered us a drink, and she's like, virgin, which was maybe not the best idea.
Was she pointing at you? Was she pointing at virgins over here?
Yeah. And he's like, no, lots of liquor for her, lots of liquor. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Hold on, let me bleep that. There you go, got it.
I said a tier 3.
That's awesome. Well, now I learned a thing. I thought that was going to be a big deal. Was the corn? I had an extra thought, but it's gone.
About tequila or whiskey, so.
Okay, well, good. Well, I'm glad. What are we supposed to drink out of then if we can't have plastic bottles because plant bottles sucks and plastic's bad for the environment? Do we use
steel or glass?
Can we use sheep bladders? Can we make like bladders
What? Well, no, because then they're killing animals.
Well, we're gonna do that anyway. I mean, what if the animal just dies? Could you then maybe everybody should just have their bladder that they carry around? You know, like you used to have a coin purse, except you'll just have a water bladder.
Yeah, but just take around your. I mean, you would love this. Just take around your mason jar with your handle on it.
I just carry that around. I would much rather have a cool animal bladder I could carry over my shoulder and just walk around like a wilderness survivor, and be like, "What do you carry your water?" And I carry it in this sheep gut right here.
Why? What was that steel bottle I was looking at? Because I love my Camelback, but it's plastic, and they can say BPA free all they want, but they still put other things in it that do similar things.
Things leach, man. Biblical times, sheep bladder. That's right, McFly.
I don't know. It's like a steel thing.
I want multiple. I want a bandolier.
Multiple bladders.
I want a bandolier of starbursts and a bladder for sheep. And then a coin purse. I want to walk around like a
bandolier of bladders.
I want to walk around like a 1700s bandit with a Bowie knife.
Just so there's camelback bladders with the tube, but I read that as camelback bladders with lube, and I was really confused.
They have those too, I'm sure. A bladder full of lube for when you're going to have a great weekend.
Let's, okay.
Wish the audio listeners could see the faces made after I make really disgusting comments. Because then I'm like, oh, well, surely if I make this really weird face, the sarcasm will be evident. And then I'm like, oh, wait, people listen to this like with audio and they don't know me. They can't
see my Groucho Mark eyebrows, so they're missing out on your faces and my eyebrows.
Oh, McFly says the clean canteen. That is a good cup. I put it in the freezer and pretend it's a Frosty mug because all my Frosty mugs have broken.
Oh, is that the one that Dad got us all 15 of?
Yeah, he's like, hey, clean canteens are the best. Here's 82 of them. Put them in your kitchens. And we're like, I literally have no cabinet space. But okay. Literally.
Yeah, because every time we go over to your house to make something, we knock something off the top shelf and then glass explodes everywhere. That's happened several times.
Would you like the cinnamon? Hold on, let me grab it.
Yeah.
Shattered.
Let me get one of... I feel like I want to develop some sort of, like, line of coffee mugs or tea mugs that are just, like, all the same like this. Like, massive, just... And you can grab them. And so, like, there's not 50 shapes with, like, 20 different stupid sayings on them. And
yeah, everybody, there should be, the government should standardize coffee mugs. World news! It's the wrong button. This news from the world says stinky cooking odors constitute a crime. Italy's Supreme Court rules. Speaking of government overreach.
Wait, what?
Cooking may be a national passion, but Italians who allow the pungent aroma of a simmering pot of pasta sauce or a vat of deep-fried fish to waft into a neighbor's home are committing a crime, Supreme Court ruled. That's awesome. Like, anytime you cook cabbage in America, it's like somebody in the neighborhood is stinking up this place.
I mean, I live in a community of people from India, and everything smells like curry and nag champa, and I freaking love it.
Really?
I love nag champa, and I like curry. So, I mean, my next door neighbor grows curry leaves on her back porch.
Curry, places where there is a large Indian community tend to smell of curry, just because that's a thing that the people eat. And it's like,
I love me some curry.
I like
curry cabbage, so that's like a double whammy.
I'm a fan. I mean, but yeah, like us, we're like collard greens all the time. There was a guy at Christmas time when I worked at the Department of Corrections who would bring in a crock pot of collard greens and let them cook throughout the day. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not a good idea. Like, I appreciate that you want to enjoy your collards, but ew. Or people who microwave fish in the break room. Those people.
That's what, look, AKA, fish doesn't smell fantastic. Hey, Arrow!
Hey, everyone, what's up?
Fish doesn't smell, I hate when I, like, spaz out and then I at somebody I didn't mean to. It doesn't smell good, like, freshly cooked. It smells like fish, which I don't really understand how we ever got to the point where we're like, that smells like the underside of an anus that hasn't been wiped for a week. I want to put that in my mouth. And then we, like, leave it a couple days, which, you know, super good for the bacteria and smells, and then decide to heat it up somewhere. I'm like, you have to smell that the entire office now smells like a 4-day-old butthole.
I don't mess with microwaving fish. Like, fish is a thing I eat at dinner, and if they're leftovers, I'm very sorry. They're going into the garbage disposal or the trash can if the trash will be taken out the next day. Because, ew.
Yes. I just realized that Yesh popped on, and I didn't realize he was the one that in all caps. For some reason, I was thinking of somebody else. But hi, Yesh.
Hi, Yeshbot. You the best. In the best traditions of legalese the world over, the Court of Cassation in Rome, that's probably not how you pronounce that, even came up with a term for the offense, olfactory molestation. Having your nose molested.
Olfactory molestation.
Yep. That's pretty awesome. The ruling emerged from a long-running battle between neighbors in an apartment block in the town of Monfalcone on the Adriatic coast, close to the border with Slovenia. Residents complained about a married couple in their block cooking up vats of rich pasta sauces and fritti misti, or mixed fried seafood, a dish that is as beloved to Italians as fish and chips are to the British. I actually had fish spaghetti before, like tuna in spaghetti. Awkward. Like, not bad, just things you don't expect to go together.
Tuna and I mean, I guess people eat tuna and noodles all the time. So.
Yeah, it was tuna spaghetti and marinara sauce, and I was eating it as it's not what I ordered, but it's what came in the box. And I was eating, I was like, this tastes like it might have fish in it. Maybe they cooked the fish in the same thing as they cooked the thing, and it's hard to separate. And I was like, nope, they definitely gave me the wrong thing. I'm just gonna eat it. It was different, but it wasn't bad.
Tuna and spaghetti. That's I don't know. Like
you could do it. I got it out of a spaghetti food truck while I was in the Czech Republic. It's awesome.
Oh, they have spaghetti and tuna in Czech Republic.
They have a lot more pasta in the Czech Republic than you would think. Like, there's a lot more of a pasta thing going on over there. That was shocking. There's pasta in the pastries. Lots of pastries.
I don't know what I think the people in the Czech Republic eat.
They eat food like we do, really. I mean, and their beer is delicious. That's what's true. Whoa, subject exchange can speak German. The squabble first ended up in a court in the town of Gorizia, where the couple who cooked the offending food were found guilty of antisocial behavior. I'd be found guilty of that all the time. That guy hides in his room all the time and plays on computers. Antisocial.
And eats tuna spaghetti.
They appealed to a higher court in the nearby city of Trieste. I'm pronouncing all of this wrong, which in turn upheld the sentence. Not content with that decision, they then took the case all the way to the Court of Cassation in Rome, which after much deliberation upheld the rulings of the two lower courts. The judges in Rome said the couple's enthusiastic cooking resulted in, quote, the emission of odors and noises in the overhead apartment on the third floor, owned by another couple. The smells were so strong that they were beyond the limits of tolerability and constituted what the court called olfactory molestation. The Court of Cassation dismissed the offending couple's earlier appeals and ordered them to pay a fine of 2,000 euros. That's a lot of money.
I mean, what the hell were they cooking?
And how does the court, who wasn't in the building, know how bad the smell was? Like,
right.
How do they know? How can they go, you are totally guilty because this person says that it smelled really bad? Like, that just doesn't seem like it should fly. But this is also a place where you're allowed to be tried twice for the same offense, which is crazy talk to me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was what the whole, what was the chick's name? She had the orgy and somebody died, and then she had to stay over there.
That was...
Jessica Knox.
Or something where that was going. I just remember something was going on where I had zero. Yeah, I don't understand what the hell you just said. I was like, Deutschessen, is that like... Where do people speak about Germans eating Germans? I don't...
German's weird. Yeah, McFly, Amanda Knox. That was her name.
What year was that? That's going to bother me that I didn't know that.
It's like the OJ case of our time. It was like, this girl potentially had an orgy with people, and then somebody died, and then they tried her, and then they let her loose, and then they were like, oh, wait, hold on. You were not guilty a minute ago, but come back to court because you might be guilty actually for real. And they brought her back in, and then it was some crazy talk. Because over here we have double jeopardy. You're not allowed, if they say you didn't murder somebody, and they find evidence later that you did murder somebody, but you've already been tried and found not guilty of murdering somebody, they can't bring you back into court and try you again because they found you not guilty the first time. Isn't that how that works?
They could try you on something slightly different.
They could try you on... I mean, OJ was found not guilty for the death of what's her name and other dude. Because I just remember the OJ thing. But later was found guilty of like assault or theft or something and is now in prison. So that's okay. Because now you go to jail.
So that was what? 2007. Following her conviction for the 2007 murder of Meredith Kircher?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. That's the ticket.
She was really pretty. How come everybody that's a serial killer is pretty?
She's not a serial killer. People were attracted to the story because she's an attractive woman. It was regarding a sex triangle.
Oh, okay.
So people are just looking at their TV going, I bet there's a video of that. That's how stupid people work. We're just like, oh man, she's hot and it was an orgy related incident. You know, W.C. Mitchell, something Winona Ryder. Yes, she also stole things. I remember that. But we've forgiven her about that because she's Spock's mom and a really crazy lady on Stranger Things.
Holy shit, her character drove me up the wall. I'm like, stop yelling about everything. Not everything's an emergency. Please talk in a calm voice at least once.
She really was like shaky all the time. Like,
yeah,
they're coming
don't you
for
understand
me.
that my child has been stolen? My child is missing and there's lights in my house and I'm losing my shit. Something gets through the wall. I'm Winona Ryder.
That would be really exhausting of a role to play where you just got to be like there was, so we went to see Split, right? No, she wasn't in Double Jeopardy. That was Ashley Judd, who was in Double Jeopardy.
Because I like Tommy Lee Jones.
I love Tommy Lee Jones. I would like him to like read me a story before bed.
I wish it was still in theaters.
Split was great, but the girls they got to act at the beginning, like the blubbery crying thing that lasted forever, you're just like, stop hyperventilating. You're making me tired. Like you're exhausting me. You know, when you're acting, you're like, he's gonna get us. He's coming back. We're gonna die. You're just like, somebody punch her. Somebody punch her in the face. Just reset her. Because it's
reset.
It's gonna be okay. You know, like, I feel like if I was freaking out and you hit me in the face, I would have no choice but to like what just happened to me and cool it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's how you should deal with it. So if you ever see me losing my mind, a nice swift punch to the face should solve the problem.
If I'm ever in a situation like that and somebody's flipping their shit and not adding to the general let's get out of the situation, they're probably going to get smacked.
Yeah. See? There you go. They get smacked. And then you escape the zombies. And they're all like, what just happened? And then they get eaten.
Yeah, or they're like, hey, there's a kid over on the side of the road and we have to save them because the zombies. I'm like, guess who just earned a child that's not going to be in our group?
That's how I die first. What is Dress doing in the chat room? Did he fall asleep on his keyboard?
I think he's either cleaning it or he spilled something on it and is currently wiping it up.
Like 5.
Plus or minus. Plus or minus.
I was in a shared Google Doc earlier today and I accidentally had like a lazy finger and I was just typing D just all the way across it. I was like, I finally look at it, I'm like, oh crap, what did I just do? There's like 15 people in it. I'm like, oh.
He wants the D.
Multiple of them, apparently. They're just everywhere. Small town news. Window focus fail. That's amazing.
He's playing WoW.
Is he playing WoW? What does Plus do?
That's the only thing that he's doing. He's like, why the hell am I not healing these bitches?
What does Plus do in WoW? Does he just have it mapped to something?
Well, he's probably yeah, he's got it. My mount is the minus.
What, really? I've never mounted anything past 0. I've never mapped anything past the 0 because I put everything over where my left hand can reach it. If I put things way over there, I can't hit the button. You play with a trackpad, though.
Trackpad, so everything's within my reach.
Yeah, I've got this thing going on now, though.
Motor skills on a circle, which was annoying as shit.
I don't play WoW anymore. I just like to think about it sometimes. I listen to podcasts
Stephanie was
about it.
Like, I still have a WoW thing, and I would like to do it. You've never mounted. You mounted something at least once because I have a nephew. Stephanie's gonna kick my ass.
Your turn.
What am I doing?
You're reading a story.
Put these in all okay. This isn't small town news, is it?
He said that it was. Well, maybe it's a small town in the Philippines.
Sure.
Fair enough, right?
A medical clinic in the Philippines is using an unusual mascot to advertise its circumcision service.
What?
Claw-bearing X-Men superhero Wolverine.
Get over here, bub. I'm gonna take care of your business there. Is this like a thing that you take? Here's a question. Now that you've read the first, it's typical of us to read the first line of a story and then just go off on a tangent forever. Do grown men get this done? Like, is that a thing? Is that a common thing? Because generally you just kind of either grow up with it or without it. And you just kind of accept where you're at, unless you're a whiny baby on Reddit and you're like, my parents had me circumcised and it's ruined my entire life and I can't do anything.
Like, how do you know the difference?
Would just die in a fire because you're ridiculous. Nobody cares about you. Just you're fine.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I also found out like the biggest spoiler ever for Logan because I follow, and I'm just like, oh, that's what that picture means.
Yeah, you probably There's a few
rocks.
There's a few big ones.
Pile of rocks.
Oh yeah. There's a few big ones.
I'm just like, well, it's okay.
Click the link. Is there a picture? Okay, I'll put it up.
Okay. The advertisement for Dionisio M. Corno Memorial Medical Center in Antipolo features an image of Hugh Jackman as the adamantium-clawed character. Use commas! He played in the X-Men and Wolverine films next to text promoting the clinic circumcision service. Whoever wrote this, I am coming after you and putting you back in school. That sentence hurt my face. Okay, I want to see what this is too. The
circumcision package?
Oh, that's like when he was...
We'll circumcise your package? Is that what the...
Circumcision tool package.
Circumcise your tool package. This really is like young Wolverine. This actually looks like the dude we saw at Dragon Con in 2010. We were walking into the hotel.
Hugh Jackman? It looks like a cosplay of him.
No, it's totally Huge Jacked Man. That's definitely him.
Huge Jacked Man. Wow. The advertisement went viral after a photo was shared online by Joey Davila, a blogger and self-styled rock accordionist.
What?
I don't know. The text at the bottom of the advertisement roughly translates to cheap, doctor, hospital, ... This is where you get the painless circumcision. As opposed to the people down the street where they just torture your nuts. The poster says the foreskin removal service, which is probably not actually carried out by a mutant superhero with retractable claws, cost about $28.
But seriously though, how many grown men get this done?
Arrow says circumcision services in the Philippines are like spaghetti trucks in the Czech Republic.
It's more prominent than you would realize. How many do adults get circumcised? I'm going to Google it and I'm going to find out because I just don't feel like that's something that you do.
It's not something like that you think about.
I don't normally think about it. No, it's just kind of a thing.
So as a chick, I've never really thought about circumcision. Like, even with the people I've dated in the past, it was either the thing or it wasn't. And either way, it wasn't an issue. Like, nobody... Just like, this person is or this person is not. And it was never really a topic of conversation because it didn't really make a damn bit of difference.
Yeah, but to these jokers on Reddit, every time a circumcision topic comes up, it means a whole lot of difference. Because, man, do you know how many nerve endings are in the end of a penis? There's 30,000 if you are uncircumcised and 75,000 if you are not. I'm missing 45,000
pieces.
They're
getting laid anyway. I don't know why they're bitching.
Why are you worried about? Like, chill. You're fine. You don't know the difference. You're like someone blind from birth. You're like, I can't see, but whatevs. I'm getting around awesome because I can like superpower hearing. You know, that's not a good analogy. That's probably the worst possible analogy I could have.
That was where Mitchell saved you by saying some religions require it for conversion. I like Judaism.
I don't want to be a part of those. I don't think so.
I don't think modern day Judaism requires circumcision. One of my friends just got married and he converted, and I doubt that he loved her that much.
Let's see. That's actually a Google. If you convert to Judaism, do you have to get circumcised? If you're a man converting to Judaism and you're not circumcised, most rabbis and probably all conservative and Orthodox rabbis would require circumcision.
Really?
Yeah, if you're a conservative or Orthodox rabbi. If you're a liberal rabbi or a contemporary rabbi, you might just be like, we're not going to cut your wiener. You're fine.
See, I feel like as a child, it's not like back in the day, it was good for like hygiene reasons, right?
The American Pediatric Society or whatever they are, pediatric people, they still recommend it because they still recommend it as an action, but it is a completely family oriented choice, religious choice, whatever.
So why do they oh my god, the chat.
do they check your wiener when you convert to make sure it's been done?
Sir, I'm gonna need you to whip your willy out.
Do they have a certificate? Do you get a certificate? This person has
I would forge that shit.
Has been handled, if you know what I mean. Oh, McFly says STD transmission.
Did you just say the situation has been handled?
Yeah, it's been manhandled, as it were.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So Mitchell says doesn't really matter though, since converted males can never officially be truly Jewish, but we're still gonna snip your tip. Snip your tip. Oh, yeah, that's actually true because like Judaism is weird because it's like both a race and a religion. And it's hard to differentiate between the two because you're like a race of Jews, but you also have the religion to follow of Judaism. It's really, I don't fully understand how they converge or how they separate.
I've never thought about it. I just finished Genesis today. And I'm like, if y'all had just went back to Canaan and not stayed in Egypt, y'all wouldn't have ended up a bunch of slaves. But what else?
That's the human condition. Is we know better. That's how it works. That's we the best. Also, Genesis is a great band. Like they were probably as good after Phil Collins took the lead and Peter Gabriel left to do his own thing. I think they were great.
I don't know what you just said at all.
Yeah. Sledgehammer was a great song. When Peter Gabriel did that by himself. But I'm such a Phil Collins fan.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, okay, man, I have to talk about last week's vacation.
Okay.
Because we told everybody.
I'm as mad as hell. You know what really grinds my gears? You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Never take your wife on vacation. Vacations...
That sounds so bad.
That was bad. That's not really what I meant. Vacations are... So here in the Addams family, since me and Stephanie got married however many years ago. How long have we been married, Smash? Almost 7? Almost 7.
2000...
Almost 7. 2010.
Yeah. You got married in 2010?
Yeah.
That was really smart.
5/15/10.
Remember it.
Yep. I can remember it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I was 25 at the time. So almost 7 years. But since we got married, we have not been able to successfully take a vacation. When we went on our honeymoon, I developed a hemorrhoid while in Disney World. Just to give you an example of how sucky life can get. Every other vacation after that, anniversary, whatever, somebody got a cold. Then we had Sam. So we were 2 Adamses. Then we became 3 Adamses. And since then, the place where we wanted to go on vacation had a hurricane hit literally the day before we were scheduled to go. And at least twice somebody has developed butthole disease diarrhea before going on vacation, which required us to cancel. So this latest vacation was like, man, it's Stephanie's birthday. Going to the beach. We're going to be by ourselves. Like, we're not taking families. It's going to be me, her, and Sam. We're going to have a great time. Sam develops a butt donkey disease virus Monday before we're supposed to leave. And we're like, oh my gosh, we have got to get through this diarrhea, throw up event, and then we can go, and everything's going to be fine. Everyone wash your hands. Just wash them constantly. So we get through it, and Thursday comes when we're supposed to leave, and Sam had a pretty funky diaper, but better. And we're like, you know what? We're going to go. We're going to show nature what's what, and we're going to go on this vacation.
Just to punctuate how sick my nephew was, he hates getting his diaper changed, like hates it. Like they have to bribe him with the only really TV he ever watches is when he gets his diaper changed. Him and I were outside And he stops what he was doing and he looks at me and he goes, change you. And like puts his hand behind him. And I'm like, Sam, do you need changed? Change you. Because he thinks when we say we need to change you, that's
the word.
Yeah.
It's like shoes on.
And change you. Yes.
Shoes on. It's like, no, those are your shoes. We are putting them on. Shoes on.
Yes. His verbs are fun. So he was requesting that we change him, and that's when Steven, I think, quote, said, if I look at it, I'm gonna throw up. And I went to the next room.
That was basically the truth. I couldn't look at it. It smelled so bad. So anyway, so we get there and we're like, okay, Sam's recovered. Things are okay. And then like that Thursday night, Stephanie's like, I don't feel good. I feel pretty bad. And we're like, okay, well, she's all right. She functions well enough to get to the next day. And we go to the aquarium. And she's like, I feel really bad. Or we're going through this aquarium. We're having a good time. We're like, okay. Then Friday night, she's like, okay, I feel a little bit better. I'm going to eat a cupcake and because it's my birthday and all this stuff. And we're going to have a good time.
She was sick on her birthday. Weren't there like 15 buses of children at the aquarium?
Yes, there were also like 5 school buses of kids at Ripley's Aquarium. It was an absolute nightmare. But Sam got to touch a jellyfish. He had a great time. That was cool.
No.
So the Friday night comes and I go to sleep. Like, okay, this is going to be fine. I wake up in the middle of the night and Stephanie's gone. And I'm like, uh-oh, this isn't good. Like, I wake up again at like 3 and she's laying in bed shivering. And she's like, can you get me a blanket? I'm like, are you okay? No. She's like, no, I am not okay. I've been up all night long. All night long with devil's breath butthole mustard cannon, which is the disease that I've decided to call it. She spends like the next day and a half just dead. For all intents and purposes, she just wished she was dead. And it was bad.
That's so depressing.
And the day that we get to leave, we're like, okay, we're leaving. She's like, I finally feel better. I think it's through my system. Let's go down to the little barefoot landing or whatever. We were in Myrtle Beach. And it's like, let's go show Sam the tigers because he hasn't been able to do a whole lot because I've been trying to manage him by myself. It's tough. So we go out to the barefoot landing and we go to see the tigers. And the minute we arrive, it's noon and the tigers will return at 5 p.m. F this vacation. I'm never going on vacation again.
That's what. So Stephanie was telling me that story when I was visiting on Tuesday, and she's telling me about these tigers. She's like, I don't think you've seen them. She's like, it's been a fairly new addition, and this was at the end of her telling me all the literal crap that you guys had been through. And I'm like, now probably wouldn't be a good time to tell her that they mistreat those tigers and they malnourish them so they stay small for the pictures and that it's an awful racket and it's animal abuse. So I kept it to myself and I'm like, thank you that Sam wasn't. But she's like, Sam was so distraught.
He was so disappointed. Like, you have a 2-year-old. You don't really think of them knowing a whole lot. You're just like, we're going to take you to see the tigers. And he was sitting in the car going, rawr, rawr, tigers. And we're like, that's cute. And you don't really think about it. You just, but when he's like looking around at stuff the whole time, we get to the tigers and we say, there's no tigers here, Sam. And he just laid his head on my shoulder and just stayed that way all the way back to the car. It's like, I know, buddy. I feel it too. This vacation sucks, and we're going to go home as soon as we can get in the car. And we're going to leave, and we're never coming back to this godforsaken place.
In the last month, I have learned that one should never go to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge because it's a flaming pile of dipshit. And one should never go to Myrtle Beach because it's the Gatlinburg of the East.
It really was Beckley Beach. Like, if there's a Beckley, West Virginia beach, it was Myrtle Beach. I was like, I don't know where I am. When we go to Gatlinburg, me and Stephanie have a great time because we know what we're going for. We like have an expectation. Like, I can totally wear sweatpants and a Big Johnson t-shirt and go downtown and have a great time because there is no judgment
right in
from
with all the other
anybody.
People in their Big Johnson that aren't wearing it ironically.
Yeah, it's great. I love Gatlinburg, but I wasn't expecting when I got in Myrtle Beach. I was like, oh boy, this is So I come from a very redneck background, you know, like it's true. I come from a very wonderful country people, but there's like classy country people and there's like not so classy country people. And I don't mean to sound this as degrading. I guess it kind of is, and there's really no way to avoid it. But like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you're like, that's not right what you're doing there.
Like stop screaming at your 15 children.
Yeah, with all the words, all the tier words. There's
let's not curse in front of your 2-year-old, okay?
Right. There's people from Walmart.com. And then there's the country people I come from where like, yes, we drink beer, yes, we have tailgates, and yes, we go riding 4-wheelers through the mud pit, and there is nothing but joy in all of those activities. But
except when you hit a freaking orb web spider at dusk and it wraps its freaking claws around your face and you think you're gonna die.
That happens. That's a thing that occurs. But anyway, so lesson learned. Vacations suck. We're never going on one. If we go on one, we're going to sneak up on it. So we're just going to say, are we all healthy? Yes. Good. We're going to the beach. And then we'll just leave.
You're going to sneak up. You guys really have had like the, forgive the pun, the shittiest luck when it comes to vacations. Like, I don't understand. You can love the outdoors and not be trash people.
Yes, that's true.
No, I wanted, that's what I was thinking we were going to get when we were going to the mountains, was to be alone and be in the pristine wilderness and enjoy the fun stuff. And none of that happened.
Sorry, everyone.
I was alone with 18 other people, 3 screaming children, like people that had Spanish music and like an accordion blaring. And like people 5 feet to this side and 5 feet to this side on the other cabins that were skillfully hidden from the picture.
So what we'll tell you next time is that we're not going to miss a horseshoes and hand grenades because neither of us are going anywhere. Ever
shaking my head, which makes really good. I want this stuff off my face. Like, I don't think you understand.
You've complained about your blue lipstick or orange lipstick before. Like it's like drawing on your lips with a crayon.
Yeah, it is. That's what it feels like.
Why do you keep doing that to yourself?
Because it's a fun color.
There's got to be a better way. Let's do another story. That's so not the right button. News better left untold. China introduces facial recognition technology to dispense toilet paper. You look at it really ugly, like. Fed up with theft of toilet paper from public bathrooms, tourist authorities in China's capital have begun using facial recognition technology to limit how much paper a person can take. The unusual move, part of a, quote, toilet revolution, is another step in China's vast upgrading of public facilities. Bathrooms at tourist sites, notorious for their primitive conditions and nasty odors, are a special focus of the campaign, a response to a vast expansion in domestic travel and demands for better quality facilities from a more affluent public. China making bank. China doesn't want to poop in a hole in the ground anymore. That's what that means.
Oh my God, yes!
Yes, but that's not okay.
He can say that because he's kind of Asian.
That's
Wait, what are you? Yes, you're like...
Are you just assuming he's Asian?
Mexican-ish. I don't know what he is. He's some race.
So not okay. Today in China, people are highly enthusiastic about tourism, and we have entered a new era of public tourism, said Zhan Dongmi, a research with the China Tourism Academy. The expectation of public for the toilet is becoming higher. That's awesome. Why did you do that? Why did you assume he was Asian when he's not?
Because I'm screwing with him.
Were you really just hoping he was so he could say what he said without being completely offensive?
No, his name is like the least Asian thing ever and the most Mexican thing ever.
Oh my gosh. I speak Chinese though, so I'm pretty much Asian.
But you have I have just smudged blue shit all over my face and we're being racist. Best show ever!
Don't say these things. We're on Twitch and they have rules. I don't know how to discipline people.
If they can make a movie about Asian people and completely cast it with white people, then we're fine.
What movie was that? Oh, Ghost in the Shell?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. People.
I was so excited. And I mean, I want to see it because I loved the stuff, but I'm just like,
they should probably make anime with Asian casts.
And then you've got Iron Fist.
Don't come at me with Iron Fist, because that dude was white in the comics the whole time.
No.
Yeah, Danny Rand is a totally white dude in the comics.
No.
Yes.
So you've got look. No.
Yes.
I thought he was part Asian.
You can't disagree with this because it's true. Iron Fist is a white dude.
Right, but it's about kung fu, and there's only one Asian person in it.
I know that, but it's a white dude in the comics named Danny Rand. So he's a white dude in the show. You can argue all you want about Doctor Strange and the Ancient One, because that's fine.
I still haven't seen that either.
Which was a great movie, by the way. But the Iron Fist argument, I fail to understand. If someone wants to correct me, I'm totally in. Just tell me that I'm wrong, other than Ashley, and we're fine. Because he's totally a white dude.
That's like surrounded by Asian people in the comic.
W.C. Mitchell is amazing. Yeah, but in the comics, Danny Rand could fight, so we're throwing all the source material out anyway.
Oh my God, you are so like. Jacob and I were sitting there. I'm like, dude. Like, my sister could kick his ass, and she hasn't practiced martial arts in a decade, and she's had a baby, and her knee is broken.
I basically heard that Iron Fist was the first really, truly skippable Marvel thing. Like, it's just been absolutely painful for everyone.
Yeah, well, I mean, they instead of like kind of going into some of the background stuff, which would have been really, really, really cool, they completely skipped out over it. They screwed up. I don't know. Like, there was this whole fun love triangle that they completely skipped over, and then like this one character wasn't really supposed to be there, and I don't know. I don't understand it. It's really confusing. There's
some small details too, like when the homeless person with the iPhone looks up Danny Rand on Google, it's actually using the iOS Photos app, which is hilarious.
I've never noticed that.
Somebody posted it on Twitter. They were like, "It's really awesome how you can browse the web with the Photos app." Because somebody just photoshopped like the piece together, right? But rather than just build a really quick website that looked like that, they were like, "Oh, it's too expensive. Just Photoshop it and put it in the iOS Photos app." It's so dumb. So what we're saying is that watch Daredevil, watch Jessica Jones, skip Luke Cage, skip Danny Rand.
No, Luke Cage was. I didn't mind Luke Cage. It was slow. It was very, very slow. But
yeah, I didn't watch any of them, so I don't know. I've watched 6 episodes of Daredevil, and that's the best I've ever been able to do.
So Daredevil was slow to me. None of them have been fantastic. Yeah. I've not like been in love with any of them.
I heard Jessica Jones was great.
It wasn't great. I mean, it was decent, but I mean, like she's supposed to have this chemistry with Luke Cage, and Luke Cage has had zero chemistry with anybody except one actress, and that was like in the last 3 episodes of his thing.
Yeah, we had to stop watching it because Stephanie and I generally have tried to make it a point to avoid just arbitrary and useless sex scenes. So we stopped watching Game of Thrones and stuff because it was just like straight up porn most of the time. Yeah. And then we turn on Jessica Jones. We're like, let's watch Jessica Jones. We'll give it a try. And like 30 minutes into the show, Luke Cage is just vigorously banging Jessica Jones in a bedroom, and we're like, this feels unnecessary.
The funny thing about Luke Cage is they start the first episode with a very graphic sex scene, and then like never again.
It's like you don't have to though. Like most of the time, it doesn't provide any relevance whatsoever. Like, okay, let me give you a for instance. So Passengers, 50 Shades of Space, right? That's what it looked like from the trailers. It was like, oh geez, 2 attractive people alone on a spaceship. Was there more tasteful romance scenes in that movie than in anything else I've ever seen? Like, you're expecting, they have an opportunity to be like, boobs everywhere, like Love and Other Drugs with Anne Hathaway and Jake Gyllenhaal, where there were just boobs and butts everywhere the whole time.
I never saw that because it looked
unless you want to see Anne Hathaway's boobs, like those are not hard to find anymore. then you can watch Jake Gyllenhaal's butt because dude butts and female boobs are what you see when you go to movies
dude
now.
butts and female boobs.
Yeah, that's the thing. But dude, like I told Steffi, I was like, you know what? We watched Passengers, and there was nothing in that movie that would make you go, this would be inappropriate for me to watch with my parents. Like it wasn't there. You're like, there's an opportunity for it to be, but no, it wasn't. It was tastefully done. You know, it was good. It's a good movie.
Well, I haven't seen that one either.
You need to watch it. It was really good. People fuss about it, but I thought it was great.
I wanted to see it just because it's got Pratt in it.
He's wonderful. They kind of make you think. If it's tasteful, you're okay. I'm okay in a sense that it's not like two people just banging the crap out of each other in a dirty bedroom with their boobs flying everywhere. You know what I mean? Especially when it's unexpected or it feels unnecessary. It's not like
yeah.
If it's tasteless, it's not okay. You know what I mean? I'm trying to create imagery so that you know what I'm talking about.
If it's got a point. Yeah, I don't know. Like yeah, Jessica Jones was very, very... So Iron Fist is proving to be out of nowhere very, like, blood and gore graphic.
Really?
Yeah. Just completely out of nowhere.
Just lots of blood.
They haven't had any, like... They've alluded to a sex scene.
but it's mostly the blood and guts.
Yeah, but that's, like... So I'm just like, my God, people...
Logan was all the blood and guts.
If you add one or the other to such excess, then you probably need better storytelling.
Logan had all the blood and guts.
Yeah, I don't really want to see that.
You should see it. It has to round out it's the end of the entire Hugh Jackman story, and you need
That's like saying you need to watch The Last Matrix. Like,
no.
You don't need to.
You don't need, well, you kind of, you remember, I don't know. The Matrix was such a good movie.
Get it? Hurt.
The Matrix was such a good movie, and then they went and made 2 more.
Yeah.
And it was
Ooh, this made money.
Dude, I remember when Andy Wachowski won an MTV Movie Award. Andy and Larry at the time. Larry's now Lana, and Andy's like Andrea or something. I don't know. They both transitioned.
I can't remember.
Arrowad.
I don't know anybody's names to begin with, so.
Yeah, so the Wachowski brothers who made it, then they became the Wachowskis, and now they might be the Wachowski sisters. I don't know. It's very confusing. But they came on stage and they accepted their award and said, if you like The Matrix, just wait till you see the sequels. And everybody was like, holy good gracious, this is going to be amazing. And then it wasn't. It was probably the worst thing ever.
It was so bad. Like, because Matrix was so good and groundbreaking, and just the way that they directed it and the camera angles and the special effects was phenomenal. And then, like, and the plot was, I mean, you walked out of the freaking theater, you're like, is everything I know code?
Right.
Like,
do I live in a machine?
Am I real? Oh my God. I mean, you sit there and you think about it scientifically and you're like, they probably could have picked almost anything else on the planet to use as a battery other than a human being. But other than that, it was feasible.
It was incredible. And the ending where he flies and Rage Against the Machine plays.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You walk out of the theater going, oh, walk. And then they're like, it'd be great to put in the sequels. 87 Agent Smiths fighting 1 Neo. We could do it all in CG and it will look so real.
Yeah,
No, it didn't. It looks
what's
stupid.
Like Jurassic World? I'm just like, okay, Jurassic Park was perfect and wonderful and one of the most quotable, amazing movies ever. And I'm in love with Chris Pratt. I think he's fantastic. And I stalk him on Instagram. And I'm just like, oh, I see that you're eating a what's my snack thing. And I'm really excited that you're eating the same bullshit that I eat. But I'm just like, why are you using computer graphics? And like, you've taken the one thing that terrified everybody as a child, the T-Rex, this big bad untouchable beastie, and like you know how they do that. It's like the boss battle. Like, it takes you 34 years to beat this one boss, and then like in the next stage somebody kicks his ass really quickly. And you're just like, oh, like, okay. Stupid. I don't know where I was going with any of that. I just kept talking.
I don't know either. I think I'm with you on Jurassic World. I was disappointed. in a
I
lot
want
of
to
ways.
watch it again because we started watching it again and then the power went out. But I'm just like, hey, this isn't as bad as I remember because I think my expectations were
Dialed them down a little bit.
Yeah.
The thing about the original Jurassic Park was they were so limited in what they could do because they didn't have the technology that the Velociraptors, for one thing, in a lot of places were puppets or people in suits. And
yes.
And they didn't show all of them all the time. Like, what is so... I mean, it's terrifying when they snorted against the window and those kids are in the kitchen. It is terrifying when they're walking through the kitchen and they're tapping their little claw and those kids are just trying to survive. That
it scared the crap out of me when I was like,
Yes.
I'm just like, oh my God, the suspense.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. This is amazing. It was tension, and it was like the kids in the car and the T-Rex is trying to eat them, and it's like now, and we've talked about this on the show when Jurassic World came out, but it really was an allegory to what it takes to impress a theater audience now. Like back then that blew us away, but now just like Jurassic World, it's like we have to have a bigger dinosaur, and we're like, this CG is not impressive. This thing, we're so used to seeing giant robots fighting giant robots that it takes so much to impress us in a sense of scale.
I don't necessarily agree with that because suspense is universal, right? Like
yes,
is suspense. So when you start thinking, well, I have this massive budget. I mean, Jaws is one of those movies that had a zero budget and they used partial shots of stuff to build the suspense. And I'm just like, you can have a massive budget and still do that. Like still stay on track with the suspense. I mean, you can have a giant CGI dinosaur, but still utilize it in a manner that creates suspense. I don't need to see all of it all the time. I don't need to see 5 raptors running around going, we eat chickens for
the thriller aspect could have stayed around. The thriller, they could have saved the thriller aspect, but instead, like there were moments in Jurassic Park where you could be mid popcorn to mouth and just stop. Like I am unable to continue the journey of this popcorn into my mouth because I can't breathe right now.
Right.
Whereas this, you're just like, whatevs. Like it didn't have that sustained heart pounding, gut wrenching. Now, so in defense of Logan, there are moments in Logan where I'm sitting there gripping the sides of my seat, butt clenched. I could have made a diamond out of that piece of coal. You'd stuck one up there. You know what I mean? Like it was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be over anytime soon.
Speaking of suspense,
we should do a WTF.
Covenant is coming out soon.
Ooh, are you excited? It's a Ridley Scott alien movie too, so it's like back to
it's gonna be Prometheus too, because I didn't really care for. I mean, Ridley Scott was nowhere as good as this.
Jim Cameron.
That man.
He can do it. He's like, I'm gonna make Aliens. I'm gonna make Terminator, and I'm gonna make Titanic, and then make Avatar, and then I'm gonna promise you sequels for like 1 million years, and then by the time they come out, nobody will care. WTF
well,
time?
maybe he'll suspense thing. I don't know. I'm excited because it's aliens.
It's aliens. I'm pumped. WTF. I have never built that in 10 years. I have never built the WTF into the WTF song.
You really haven't.
It's always me saying WTF at a certain moment. Every time. I've 10 years.
When do you think about it?
3
seconds before you have to do it.
Yeah, 3 seconds before I have to do it. I'm like, I should build that into that sound clip. 10 years. Never did it.
That sounds... Man, we're awesome. I'm so excited for DragonCon.
DragonCon, Con of the Dragon.
Are we already to WTF?
Yeah.
It's like 9 hours later. Are we already there?
We've only been doing this for 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Wealthy residents complain their dialing code doesn't reveal how rich they are. What the...
Good gravy.
Please tell me this is an April Fool's thing.
No.
Wealthy residents of a new, I don't know, $2 million housing complex, $1.7 million housing complex.
What, how many pounds? I don't know what pounds to dollars is.
Anywhere from like, let's say 1.5 million because the dollar's like.
I could probably find out if I Google it.
Tune's like, I don't know who anybody is. And I'm like, oh, right away.
$1.2 million. 1.24.
All sack. It's that bad now?
Apparently. Yeah, the pounds. Well, now that there's the Brexit, maybe it's reduced.
I meant to type
it's dropped a lot. Yeah, it's dropped.
Wow.
It's dropped quite a bit in the past 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's depressing. Okay.
Yeah. Not really. I mean, I don't have currency in British pounds.
I know, but I mean, if one thing anyway. Yeah. Wealthy residents of the $1.2 million housing complex have complained their telephone dialing code does not reveal how well heeled they are. That means how moneyed they are. Toon says, I just want to listen to a talk show while I did homework, so I clicked on this video.
You have made a great mistake.
Toon, I hope that your homework is easy and awesome and that you get to watch Netflix before bed because homework is the devil.
1 + 1 is 2.
Yeah, unless you're in a math class and then it's A.
Washington, Jefferson, Washington, Adams, Jefferson, and Madison. Jefferson was the 3rd president on the $2 bill. Bam.
You can't. Steven just knows these random facts.
It's the presidents. Who is the 23rd president? Hey, you should know this. Who was the 23rd president?
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No. Chester A. Arthur.
Why would I know that?
You should know that? You should know that because of Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh, because of the I should know that.
Because of the school with the bomb.
Yes.
Booyah. You're welcome.
Yeah. Welcome to Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, where you learn stuff.
Yeah.
Toon's got 3 pages of math, 3 pages of history and animation. I feel like
it's good classes.
3 pages of... Is that like... I don't know. That hurts my brain. I can't even add 3 pages. For years, residents of Upmarket Bath in Somerset have enjoyed the 10... Stephen, I can't number. What is that number?
01225?
Yeah, telephone code, whereas...
01... You can read the numbers. It's a phone number.
No, they okay, just do it.
There's wealthy people, and they got phone numbers, and they're upset about it.
Yes, whereas blah, blah, blah number is normally found in more down-at-the-heels places such as Radstock. Sorry, Radstock.
Oh, I wish I could live in Radstock. That's so much cooler than Lamestock.
But residents who have bought homes in a luxurious development near the city center were dismayed to find their telephone numbers start with the crappy number and not the Bath good number. A local counselor revealed she is now dealing with a number of complaints from new residents who are not happy with the phone number. That's crazy.
That's so dumb.
Wow.
I feel like McFly gave you this story on purpose.
Yeah, because I'm just like, shut up, numbers. Sure. They all transpose in my head. Counselor June Player said for some, the issue is, quote, they've spent money. They want people to know they live in Bath. She even said some of the new owners might not have bought the homes had they known they would be given the 761 code. They want people to know where they live, and obviously a telephone number tells as much about where they live as much as a postal code. They're quite happy to share that they live in Bath. Why wouldn't they be? It's a lovely heritage city.
Do you really care? I haven't looked at someone's phone number in years.
Yeah, because people just
I clicked the picture.
Yeah.
It says Ashley dial. I couldn't call you if I tried. I couldn't just blind call you from a payphone if I wanted to.
Oh my god. The joke that Trust said. Yeah, I know. Well, you could call me because my number's easy.
Well, yeah, but
I couldn't call you since you switched.
No, you couldn't. I can't call anybody if they've changed their number. I don't know Landon's number at all, and his number was imprinted on the back of my brain for years.
I couldn't even call Jacob's number.
No, I don't know what Jacob's number is.
No, I can't even call Stephanie's number because she changed hers too, didn't she?
Yeah, I know hers because I got her number for her. That's it.
I could call my house number. I would have to get a hold of my mom and tell her to look up a number and call it.
I can't call either of my parents or my sister. I don't think I know my mom's number. We've had that home number
since I was 12. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could call your house. My parents have moved, and now they don't have a landline, and I don't remember the first 3 digits of my mom's number. So yeah, I don't
remember the first 3 digits or the second 3 digits of Jacob's.
Oh, well,
yeah. Last 4.
Yeah, I know the last 4, but that's not going to do you a whole lot of good.
No. Like, so many. I'm lost and my owner has a number, and I know the last 4.
My owner has a number. I know the last 4 digits. I lost my dog tag somewhere. Says I've had my vaccines.
That's actually...
What? Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap!
Is that Joel?
Holy crap! Joel Aaron is in the chat room!
He's like legit famous now.
He does so much awesome business! MovieWit.com! Yeah, baby! Oh, I just pooped my pants a little bit.
I stalk him on Instagram, and I'm just
I love that guy.
Like an adult that does famous-y shit, like all up in your studio filming stuff.
Oh, he's so great. Love that guy. Man, Joel Aaron is the best.
I don't know how he has time to pop in, but
no, me neither.
Air high five to you, never sleeping, buddy.
Oh, I watched some of his clips he made of us like a while back. The cereal spoof and the coffee thing. And I was just like, I miss Joel Aaron. He's the best.
If you put orange in, dude, Joel is a buddy of ours that has done quite well for himself lately, and we're super proud of him.
He's great. Joel Aaron has been with us for a while now.
Joel, feel free to pimp yourself out.
Just say all the words. This is how we treat people, by the way. If you're a fan of the show for any amount of time and you randomly show up in the chat room, you just send the whole thing off the rails.
Yes. Toon, actually, if you're into animation, you should probably talk to Joe, because you guys could make beautiful things.
Yeah, it's important. Where's that darn coffee video we made?
Horseshoes and hand grenades, bringing people together since 2007.
Oh, here we go. There's a promo. Oh, I got it. Here's the thing Joel made for us. I don't have the video, but I got this. Nobody wants orange in a coffee. If you want orange in a coffee, then you're wrong. And you should consider not drinking coffee anymore.
I had a point. What was my point, Steven? Okay, I'm done.
I love Joel Aaron so much.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. That's so much fun.
We used that on our Patreon page when we had one. That was all you had. Like, if we wanted to take your money, the only clue that you had on why we would take your money was that 20-second ad. It's like, hi, we're Horseshoes and Hair Grenades. We don't know what the crap we're doing.
No, we don't. We still don't.
No, we still don't know what the crap we're doing.
Dude, I can't even animate like anything because Flash is... I can't do anything on a computer except sit down in front of it and have everybody do this stuff for me. I can't even like paint my face on correctly anymore.
She just talks. We put her in the front of the thing and just say words.
Dude, the thing. Oh my god, Dress My Dad is still obsessed with that orange crap. Like there's 15 of them in my closet, like in the pantry downstairs, because every time he
order it.
When I'm like, Dad, we have it here so you don't have to break. Well, I just thought it. I think they changed it a little.
They didn't. Well, your dad's convinced that everyone has changed everything so that it's, I don't know, better serving ISIS or something. But it's true. It's
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. That was beautiful.
It's not that it was discontinued. It's just that Target stopped carrying it, and he doesn't know how to get it. So we buy him like crates of it from Amazon.
He's probably got a secret bomb shelter stocked with... Dude, like... My dad has gotten so much worse since you talked to him last. Like, you just need to call him and say hi, and then be willing to dedicate 45 minutes to that, you saying hi.
Put your Bluetooth in, hands free. That way you can still do things.
Yeah, do Something where you don't need to pay a ton of attention. Like play WoW and call my father, and man, he'll be excited to tell you about things and stuff.
So hey, Smash. Now that we're at the end of the show, this hasn't been a long show. It's been pretty good. Mailbag, man. We got some mail.
Oh, I don't understand it.
I don't understand it, but it comes from Ray McIntyre.
Hi, Ray McIntyre.
Ray, thank you for joining the show. No, what's awesome is that Ray sent us this email, and I'm pretty sure we've talked about bad drivers in Florida before. So I think that's where this is coming from. Ray, it's not your fault. What happens is me and Ashley do this show, we turn the cameras off, and then we wipe our memories of anything that we just talked about.
Yeah, no, like if you ask me 30, Jacob will go, "Which stories did you pick?" And I'm like,
My mom will go, "What were you guys talking about that was so funny?" I don't know. I don't know what I said. I just hope it doesn't get me in trouble.
Yeah.
That's all. So Ray says, "Ha!" Exclamation point, exclamation point. Yeah, driving in Iowa is just like driving in Florida because the Iowegians don't know how to use turn signals ever. So
Iowa and Ohio must be twins.
They will remember that Lil Will, who's an expert on Iowa because he lives in Iowa's Hat, Minnesota, says that Iowa is a disaster of a place and it shouldn't exist.
I don't think I've been to Iowa. We were talking about like going to every one of the states, and we were trying to name like attractions. Like if you go to like
Iowa has corn, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. Like what the hell does Iowa have?
What's in tourist attractions in Iowa?
Like
who goes to Iowa?
What's 1/2 to the 6th power? Shit if I know.
What? That's math. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
oh, there's a squirrel.
That's a Dresser McFly thing. 1/64th? Is that even a thing?
Huh? You can have 1/64th of something.
Like there's got to be a better number for that.
Oh, Iowa is where Captain Kirk was born.
Oh, okay.
That's what makes it relevant.
Where in Iowa?
Or where he will be born, I should say. Riverside, Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a monument, actually. It's behind a downtown hair salon. You can go and get your picture taken.
Now, does it play Sabotage by the Beastie Boys?
It has to be, you have to say Sabotage.
Because that was everybody was whining about that. I'm like, are you shitting me? That was amazing.
Right? I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
The Field of Dreams is there. So that's a thing you can go see. Albert the Bull. Albert's a 45-ton, 30-foot tall concrete replica of the perfect Hereford bull. Push a button and he'll tell you his story. That's good.
Wow, Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa's known for its tigers, apparently. Arrowwad says. That's good. Iowa tigers. Yeah. A lot to do. There's a Cabbage Patch Fantasyland there. That's good.
Oh my God, Iowa! Why do you exist?
I've been to Cabbage Patch Land before. It's in Georgia. It's Cabbage Patch is in Helen, Georgia, I believe. We went there and we actually watched a Cabbage Patch Kid get born. They pulled
from what?
From the cabbage.
A cabbage's vagina?
Yeah, a cabbage vagina. That's what they pulled it right out of there. I got a yo-yo.
I love that there's math going on in the comments. user email talking about like what is going on, but dude, like legit, I would have not made it through some of my master's classes without dressed, and I wouldn't make it through life without McFly. So
algebra is the only class where I ever got through it and had a D. I had A's and B's at worst, and then algebra 2, I had a D. It was the most disappointing grade I ever got in my life. I sucked at it.
I'm pretty sure dress just did my homework for one of my classes. I'm not even kidding. Like I would come over and I'm like, what the effery is that? He's like, it's okay. Do you understand? Yeah.
Yeah, Do you get it now? No, I don't get it. This doesn't make any sense.
Like legit did my homework for me in a master's class.
I had problems, like word problems, and I'd sit there and I'd just read them long enough and I would like logic my way through them. You know, like you have 10 dimes and 5 quarters or something. And they're like, okay, blah, blah, blah words. And I would find the right number just thinking through it. But I wouldn't know how to do my work. So I would just write it down and then I get yelled at. You didn't show your work. It's like, I don't know how. It's in my brain.
That's what I did.
I just solved it.
Yeah, like geometry, you had to write the proofs, and I'm like, I don't know how I reached the correct answer. My brain went zzz. It's like when you play code names with me.
Right. Airlock.
Yeah.
Some things just come to you and you're like, I don't know. I answered that question just like you are breathing. Like it just worked. And I don't know how to tell you how I did it, but it did it.
My brain did some math.
Yeah.
And then answer. I'm like, if I can do it and repeat it, who gives a shit if I know how I did it?
Yeah, I don't need to know how I did it. You need to put me in gifted class. Because I'm so smart.
I'm so intelligent.
I'm so smart. I don't even know how smart I am. You look out now. Man, this has been a great show. It's so wonderful to be back. And next week is going to be episode 380. I'm thinking we should do a call-in show for that one.
Yes, let's do a call-in show.
Yeah, we might be playing with fire because we're on Twitch now. We're not just obscure podcast in the middle of the internet somewhere.
That's fine. I'm excited for this.
We could try it. We're using Google Hangouts, so that too might throw a little snag in it. We might switch to Skype just for next week, just to make it easy.
Okay.
I mean, you don't care because
that literally affects 0 things that I do.
Nick McFly is gonna dial it in for you anyway.
Yes.
It's not about the answer, it's about the theory behind it. The theory behind it can bite me because I don't care about your math theory. I care about finding the answer and having the teacher go, check, that looks right, and giving me my stupid A so I can move on with life and go do a creative writing class or something else that's more fun.
Oh, speaking of creative writing class, Dress did not enjoy our creative writing class.
What?
He stopped attending.
Oh, no. So he could go do more math?
So he could sleep. It was at 8 o'clock in the morning.
That sounds about right.
He was like, that's actually where I met him, was that creative writing class. And he was one of maybe 2 guys.
Dudes don't go to creative writing classes. I don't know why. I would totally go to a creative writing class.
Well, it was all chicks, and they were like sitting there painting their nails, and it was 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, what fresh hell is this?
Like, I came here to write things and learn how to write things.
The teacher was hot too. Like he had long hair, and he told me I was an angry person. And I'm like, do you want to? Do you want to hang out? Show you how angry I am.
Send your questions, comments, feedback, and hate mail, just like our dude from Iowa did, to hnhshow@gmail.com. You can also call us and leave us voicemail at HNH Live on Skype. You can download our show wherever you get podcasts, including the wonderful Stitcher and iTunes and the Google Play Store and wherever. You can also go see Joel Aaron's stuff because he's freaking awesome. Wherever.
Did you see the link?
No, what did he post? This crazy guy. Open URL.
Oh my god.
Greetings from Iowa. OMG, why does Iowa exist? This is why, Joel, we miss you. I'm so glad you popped in to say hello. Follow us.
Totally flipped out. That was beautiful.
It's so awesome. Follow us on Twitter. I'm Steve H&H. Ashley is Fate Kills, P-H-A-T-E Kills. And you can always get updates on what's going live and when at Two Dorks TV. You can tip us if you want. There's a button on our Twitch page. You can send us $1 or $2. Also, man, hey, we got a pretty good schedule now, I think. I think we're back on track for Tuesday nights, The Adventures of Steven. We're playing.
What is that game you're playing?
Thimbleweed Park.
Thimbleweasels.
We are playing Thimbleweed Park Tuesday nights, and I am so in love with the game. It's ridiculous.
There were like foots. Everybody's like, "Freaking burn the book, Steven!" I want to burn the book. Put the book in the fireplace, Steven. I don't think that'll work. Steven! No.
It didn't work. You weren't supposed to put the book in the fireplace.
I'm like, why would they burn the book?
Yeah, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. So, No, we're having a blast. I love when you guys come out to the adventure game stuff, especially with this new one. I've never played it before because it's freaking brand new. It's a Ron Gilbert game. Ron Gilbert, Gary Winnick of Maniac Mansion, Monkey Island fame. It's so good. It's so pretty. It's so 8-bit, gorgeous, awesome to play. And hey, if you've never played it before either, come by and we'll just talk out the puzzles together. We don't do walkthroughs, but I do like it when people go, maybe you should try this, and we figure stuff out. Wednesday's Dungeon Boss with Ashley and Jacob. And this
we might be changing up the game a bit. I'm kind of.
Are you done with Dungeon Boss?
I'm so done. Yeah.
Oh, it got bad.
Well, it's not got bad. It's just I don't get paid to play it, and at this point, I need to be paid to play it.
Good point. So yeah, so that might change. But yeah, we're having fun. We're doing streams. We're having a great time, and I think we need to have you guys back over again so we can do some Overcooked again.
Yes! Oh my gosh, we have to stream that. Dude.
We will do it next time.
It was so funny.
It'll be fun. And we're going to leave you guys with these words of wisdom from Ralph Waldo Emerson, who says, "The earth laughs in flowers." That's pretty. That's nice. I like it. It's fun.
You're welcome.
You guys are awesome. We will see you next time right here on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, I forgot to say bye.
You did. Say it now.
Bye! My head itched.